major adversaries in the world: China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea, in that order. And all of them, interesting enough, have stepped up their aggression in recent years. And why do you think that's happening? They perceive the United States is weak and has gotten weaker and possibly even in decline. At least that's something President Xi and Putin both believe. And then we have three geographic areas in the world that contain our vital interests. One is Europe. And Russia has started a war in Europe to defeat Ukraine, take ownership of it, and indicated many times that they intend to expand. We cannot let Russia win that war. All of this is connected. In the Pacific, President Xi is telling us that if Taiwan doesn't voluntarily reunify, that he will take it by force. And he's told his forces to be ready by 27. He is threatening war in the Pacific, which would be catastrophic in terms of the war itself and the implications for mankind and the economy. Now we have Iran, and let's stop fiddling around with it. Iran has started a war in the Middle East using its proxies, in this case Hamas, possibly expand with Hezbollah in Syria and others. Why is that? To destroy the state of Israel.
Hey, shalom, shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishop of the Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Shabbat Chenak, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. And I was just playing a little bit of a video, some more propaganda, from Fox News on, the different things that are happening. In particular, the war with Iran, the war with the state of Israel and the Palestinians, which is nothing but an extension of different bigger superpowers like Russia, Iran, America, right? But this word came to me earlier today, polycrisis. I was thinking about that, all the different things that are going on right now, and remembering how the W to the E to the F, they deemed this year polycrisis, which is a compound word, but in 2022, it was actually added to the dictionary. Okay, this is I typed in year of polycrisis. Here in the Google, it says polycrisis was the word of the year in 2022 in the Collins Dictionary. Okay, so in 2022, that was the word of the year, polycrisis. The world to the economic to the form in Davos, where the ultra wealthy and their acolytes gather. Let's look at this word acolytes. See what that means. An acolyte is an assistant or follower assisting the celebrant in a religious service or possession. Right, so there you go. You have the elites, and then you have their priest, okay, and their cronies. The one like Biden is a crony. The Trump is a crony. These different politicians are crony. Different prime ministers are cronies. Okay, acolytes. They're like the priests to the wicked elite. Okay, they're the ones on the forefront. The ones that you see on TV, those are the acolytes. Those are the cronies. Okay, the lesser luminaries, if you will. It says the acolytes gather to pontificate, declared 2023 the year of the polycrisis. See that? The year of the polycrisis. That's why there's so many different things going on in the earth. So here's this little article here. Lord's why I put the article in the description box, but you can really just type this in and it's going to send you right there. Polycrisis, right? The year of the polycrisis. It's going to send you right there. It's going to send you to the W to the E to the F. Okay, this is January 13, 2023. It says, we're on the brink of a polycrisis. Now, are we not in October? So they were prophesying, if you will, on the left-hand side. Remember, they have their priest and there's the Chaldeans. They have their priesthood on the left hand side. What you have, Yuval Noah Harari, which is one of the right hand man to so-called a founder of the world, to the economic, to the they call him a prophet. So it's their priests and their prophets, their acolytes on the left hand side, which are deeming certain years. They'll say, okay, this is the year of this. Just as the apostle Elder Tahar, he said, this is the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass, or the year of prophecy, the year of the charagma, the year of death, destruction, and diligence, right? We're on a brink of a polycrisis. How worried should we be? This is January 13th. So all the things that you're seeing they're all set up, and us in the know, we understand that. We're not taken back by the things that are going on. First and foremost, it was spoken to us through the scriptures, through the Holy Spirit. Different prophets, Yahweh Shai, they spoke about these times that we're in now. Okay, so like I said, this is January 13th. I'm gonna read a little bit from here. I'm not gonna read all of it. I'm just gonna hit a couple of points. Here's the key points. The world is facing connected risk that threaten polycrisis. The cost of living crisis is the most immediate and severe global risk, right? Remember, they've already been at think tanks. They've already plotted all these things. Okay, let me bring out a scripture real quick. They've already plotted things. They already devised the scheme, right? This is Psalm 64:1, a Psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. So the enemy is the one that's actually orchestrating all these things behind the scene, and a lot of people are getting hip to it. Okay, you got a lot of podcast YouTubers now. People that are on the YouTube, also off platform, that are going into it. You have people that were in these different organizations that defected or whistleblowed. Okay, certain slips of the tongue. As if you could continue to read down here in this chapter, it tells you how their tongue is going to fall upon themselves, and then they're actually openly saying these things. And now we're in their agenda in which they're fulfilling these things. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. That's the wealthy elite and their acolytes. Okay, which are their priests and their prophets on the left hand side, that openly come out and tell you what they're going to do before they do it. Predictive programming. Okay, just as the Most High, he tells you what he's going to do before he does it. It's the same thing. Okay, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bow to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. And this is all part of it. This is pretty much to bring the world to a bowing knee to their system. They're causing all these crises to happen all around the earth. Poly meaning many. So many crises, and this is a new word. It's a compound word, so it's two words, but they put it together now and they made it a new word. Okay, and it's going to tell you that in a little bit of the article, if I can find exactly where it's at. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna read a couple of little paragraphs. The cascading and connected crisis we find ourselves in at the beginning of 2023, and at the beginning of 2023, there's a lot going on. But look, we're at the end of 2023, and it's even more going on. People were getting tired, and the so-called Ukraine war was, it was just another thing. It wasn't really that big of a deal. Now, you were having people clamor about all the money that was being sent. So now, boom, they hit you with another crisis. Boom, America is now sending more military aid, weapons to the state of Israel to fund another war on another front. So you got America's funding is in proxy war with Russia on the Eastern European front, and then America is in war with Russia and on the Israeli front. Okay, the Middle East front, right? And then you're gonna have China. Well, is that Southeast, right? So amongst rising inflation, amongst crime, amongst different diseases, the scriptures tell us about this. Wars and rumors of wars, pestilence, okay? Lots of death and destruction. It says, we find ourselves at the beginning of 2023, demand a new descriptor to define the scale of the problems the world is facing. The war in Ukraine sent energy and food prices soaring. And this is all, like I said, this is all set up. This is part of the secret council of the wicked. All right, this is all to bring you into the MOTB system. The resulting inflationary pressures ignite a global cost of living crisis. So all around the globe, there's a cost of living crisis all around the globe. More homeless, more people turning to drugs. There's more people on drugs. It's an unprecedented amount of people that are just strung out on drugs, bugged out of their mind in all these major cities here in America, as well as Europe. Okay. It says the resulting inflationary pressures ignite a global cost of living crisis, which has led to social unrest. See, so more people are protesting. Well, you have these different protests, the pro-Palestinian, the pro-Israeli protests in different parts of the earth, and they're fighting each other. Okay, as well as social unrest amongst the people because the cost of living, everything is high. You know, pretty much the American dream is shot. Then you have the immigration crisis. So Europe is getting flooded with immigrants. They've been getting flooded with immigrants. They're unrest. They're in a state of unrest, and their government is taking care of them, right? And then they can't even get assistance. Same thing here in America. Same thing. On top of all that, carbon emissions continue to rise as economic reopened after the pandemic. The collective vocabulary stored in the world's greatest dictionaries did not appear to hold a single word to sum up all this strife. So here's a new one: polycrisis. See? So they're telling you polycrisis. So we understand, all right, that there's going to be a mini crisis that are going to be going on in the earth. Okay, but we can go into the scriptures. The scriptures tell us this. Before Esau Edom, he declares these things. Okay, let me go to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. All right, so we're not fluttered. We're not flustered. Okay, we want these things to come to pass. What, right? The scriptures talk about in Matthew, the 24th chapter. It says, there's going to be wars, rumors of wars, pestilence. The beginning of sorrows. This and that and this. It says, but the end is not yet. Right? Have patience. The end is not yet. There's greater, as it said in 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter, greater evils than these. All right. This is why it's so paramount that we should be constantly praying to Yahweh Shem Shai to protect us in this evil day. And guess what? The elect are going to be protected. Okay, 2nd Ezra 9:1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, and the scriptures are the measuring tool that's being used to get this job done. Like you have a carpenter that has, the saw, they have the hammer, this, that drill, whatever. The Bible in this regard is all of that. It's the multi-tool. It's the one tool that you need to understand what's going on in the earth. As the wicked elite declare, okay, they declare as they declared 2023 the year of Polycrisis. Okay, that's what they declared it. Okay, and the Spirit jumped on Apostle. The Spirit jumped on Apostle to declare this year the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass. Okay, which goes into the different crises. The Polycrisis goes into that. Because no peace is coming. There's absolutely no peace coming to the earth. Okay? Yahushua said that. He did not come to send peace on the earth, but rather a sword. Rather division. Then thou shalt understand. So we understand when these wicked elite on the left-hand side, their priesthood, their prophets speak these things. Right? They're speaking of well, from the apostles on down, elder bishops on down to all the brothers. For years, we've been speaking about polycrises, many crises coming to not only the America, but the whole earth. Isaiah, right? Let me get something real quick. Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13:11. I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So yeah, evils are coming to the earth. This is the Heavenly Father punishing the earth, and he's using his left hand, right? He's using his left hand to get it done. Psalms 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Disappoint who? The ones that are in control, the powers to be, the wicked elite. Okay, Esau, Edom, starting with Amalek. And you know what? There's as it says in Isaiah and Obadiah, how thou art greatly despised. I have made thee small amongst the heathen. A lot of people, man, they don't like these people. But they own everything, so they can try to control the narrative. But there's really unrest amongst the people within their house, within certain groups, sects of people. They're upset. They're upset, and they're going to come against these people. Okay, and this is what's going on. Okay, but Esau, Edom, the demon that he is, he's using this dissent. He's using this unrest to bring in his order out of chaos. Okay. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, from men which are thy hand. See? So that there you go. Let me just finish that verse, but that just goes to show you that the men are the hand of the Lord. And everywhere I look, man, Jake is completely done. Our people are done. They're done in the last days. Okay, from men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and they leave the rest of their substance to their babes. All right, but we're in a time where you're not going to be able to leave your substance to your children. Okay, this is a time of judgment. 2 Ezra 9, therefore, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So the Lord is visiting the world through all this crisis that